are the neutral planet defenders of planet Second Try. Their opponents, the red team, are the Blakist forces attacking the planet. It may be neutral, but it is a very interesting place with which to attack positioning for other planets. That's artillery. Their whole mission is to go out there and let the artillery rip things apart. There are explosive, those bubble things are explosive, and so hopefully they don't set up over there. And blue team is set up somewhere on this map. You see it's a very large map. The teams are eligible to fly, but neither team has decided to fly. We're seeing if blue team's probably slowly headed over here. See if they went with arrows. Nope. Alright. Long range. Long range. Medium range. Battle armor. Cool. Chimera. Without looking at the list, I have certified that it's a legal list, but without looking at the list, I could swear that these guys are medium to long range, and if they need to, they have the speed to rush. The Hewitt B, there's a Hewitt B out there. Pew 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 pew. LPL lasers to defend the long tom. And there's the battle armors should be able to wreak some pretty good havoc here, but they're going to have to deal with Deimos, which is a very good Mechwarrior pilot, and I suspect also a very good APC pilot. So we'll see what happens here. He will have 3 to 5 lives. He'll have 3 lives. The other team will have 3 lives. The other team already brought an APC so that the artillery would have mostly unlimited ammo. So they have 2 BAs. Originally, this list had a Donar in it so that they could watch the enemy movements. However, it's only flight stuff, air superiority fighters, and none of the ones available really fit the profile of what they needed. So they decided to go on the ground. The red team did. I was in there on those meetings. Phylexes instead will be a solitaire here. And he's going to scout. He's the fastest ground asset in the entire game, and nothing on the enemy team can even match his speed remotely. So as long as he stays out of range, he should be good. And he's going to scout, keep an eye out for things. The battle armors are going to try to get up on the hill, probably. Not the easiest task, but if they are able to get up there, it's a beautiful view. So anyway, the 2 teams currently camping, which for the long tom is to be expected. They did set up near the explodey things. These little bubbles down here blow up if they take too much damage. How do I know? Well, we played the maker of this map, and pilot was also in heavy-duty stuff, and they exploded 3/4 of my team that particular match. So down here, we've got, Phylexes is going to run into the enemy team. He's getting fired on. He sees that they're camping. This is not good for the long tom because you kind of need the enemy to go in a spot, and while the long tom could hit there, it would have to move. The 2 teams are literally on the opposite edges of the map right now. Phylexes is going to try and get away. He's got enough speed, but keep in mind if he takes more than 1 or 2 direct hits, he can lose his engine, which will break him down to half speed, at which point he could get hit. He also doesn't have long-range weaponry. He can only hit from 500 meters, 400 meters, and he also doesn't have the best radar package on there, so it's all about visual for him. He's got to be far enough out that he can see them, but at least he'll be able to tell Proxima, enemy team over here, and the battle armors now can probably move in and... see Burner's moving a bit now. See the battle armor moving in. Which team's battle armor that is? Good luck guessing. But it's probably Deimos most likely. Deimos. This would be the Hewitt, which we're underneath or something. So just trying to get you a view of the different pilots here. They're trying to get the Thanatos on top of the hill. There's a couple of tunnels available. Burner keeping his team mostly intact. He's sending out a couple of the assets spread out a bit. battle armor's moving to Firehound. This is out of bounds. Probably. So, they're making sure that the enemy team doesn't come up on them. Some of those scouts might get plastered. I apologize, but you can see how spread out across this maximum size map. They don't come bigger than Goldenrocks. So I'll have to keep just following like this, I guess. See the battle armor trying to get up there. It is not easy getting on top of these hills, especially in a mech. Even hard, easier in a battle armor. It's doable, but it's not easy. See, Proxima's gonna to move up now, which is dangerous because that means you had to change your plan a little bit. You're still gonna attack things with your artillery, but now you gotta move to their spot. They can hit out from 1.7 kilometers. Can really hit probably a quarter of the way across the map. This might not be an AK map. Feels like an AK map. It's definitely large. Place smaller than it looks though because the hills get in the way. Shooter. Battle armor assisting Felixes with his jump jets. You can see he's able to get around and get pretty good visuals. The two teams still very, very far apart from each other. It's a good thing we have a 30-minute time limit because they could go into the... You can see that Burner has his team spread out. As soon as they see that long tom, they will rush the dang thing. Long toms take a long time to fire. They take about, I'd say, 10 seconds to stop and deploy their bands. They've got the firepower to do it. Both teams have got the firepower. The main thing is that if the long tom can get into a protective position and start hitting, they can fall back that way. But they really can't fall back this way, I don't think. Although, did the mech make it across? I guess it did. Anyway, this is turning into one strange match, and we'll try to keep following the action. But until that long tom gets fired upon or starts firing, it's going to be a bit difficult to see things out. And see that he's moved the scout. Half this team is the scout team. Out of the 7 players, 4 of the assets are scouts or auxiliary things. A lot of the battle value threat went into that Hewitt B, which we can't see, and then the long tom. So the Hewitt B can take on battle armor, light mechs. Maybe some of the mediums fine, but once we start getting into heavy stuff, it'll be more difficult. As somebody finally got on top of the hill. I don't know if that's Deimos. I don't know if that's... I think that's Deimos. And now Deimos, if that is him, he'll be able to see all across the entire map. I mean, you can literally see just how wide open this is. So, oh, did he fall down? He fell down. But Deimos will now be able to say they have a long time. This is going to be critical. If the battle armor is able to come in and see that long tom, it's game over. Two teams just sitting feeling each other out right now. Still a long ways apart. Got most of the valley set up. They're moving. Burner's moving his forces now. 3 of them are heading on the extreme edge of the map. Still think the teams are trying to find each other. Maybe they're trying to hunt down that solitaire. Can't tell if they're on the north or the south side of the map, but they're by one of the bases. Keeping an eye out there. Rest of Burner's forces. Ben off on his own. Battle armor's up here now. Oh yeah, the BA can see them no problem now. All he's got to do is locate the long tom. He's looking at the long tom. He's going to fire on the long tom. So they're going to rush Proxima from a long distance. Deimos is going to be responsible possibly for turning this entire match for his team. You can see that most of Proxima's protection is kind of off in the distance a bit. Deimos just might be sitting there waiting for something to happen. Trying to get a view as Burner's team moves in. Rask watching their back. Get a sense for the scale of this map. Most of the action usually happens around the center. The attackers moving up their formation a bit. Shooter and egg roll have been discovered now. Are about to be. Okay, that's all of their forces now. Okay, so they'll be able to hold off Proxima. The enemy forces are all up here. Might be able to buy them some time to reposition the long tom. But now know that the enemy has an artillery piece, the long tom, and I think that they're going out of their way to move in and storm on it. Chezar is moving up with the Raven. They only have a 300-meter range here, so their radar is going to be a bit limited. They'll have to get visual. Oh, well, that's not a problem now. He sees Ben. Ben's going to hold Shooter down, going to hold BAs down. He's got excellent BA weapons. Burner, the Scout, now going to take on Phylexes. Proxima better be ready with the shot. He's going to need to do the damage. Phylexes and Burner doing damage. Proxima setting up his shot. Doesn't have radar. It's going to have to be a visual shot. Okay, Burner now knows long tom, enemy long tom. There's the Hewitt providing protection. Burner's teammates moving up. Proxima gets the first shot off. Burner dead. Now it's a rush against time. Those battle armors are out of position to be able to assist right now. And the rest of Burner's team are going to have to go, okay, long tom, how do we approach it? Where is it? Battle armors are trying to hold down Ivan and Wojtek. Firehound, Ben, and Django are caught behind, not quite knowing where the battle armor is. Ben providing cover fire against Phylexes' thing. I think this is the battle armor. The Ravens back here. They've got good positioning here, and I apologize again that I can't zoom in much, but I'm trying to get you as much of the battle as we can get. Battle armors fighting each other. Ivan, one of the best pilots in the game, holding down the battle armor, but not with the best of anti-battle armor weapons here. He'll do what he can. That's why Ben's going to move up. Chezar's got to be careful with the Raven here. Trying to get the enemy team to move over here so the long tom can get a shot off. Right now, they have the carrying assets are the same, I believe. Burner's dead. Yes, so right now we would have a tie situation, but they're rushing the Raven now in the battle armors. The Raven's going to have to get way the heck back here, as they have some nice long-range weapons to take out the Raven. They take out the Raven, okay. They've taken out 2 lives left for one of the red team battle armors. They took out Angry Egg Roll. They're now trying to rush their long-range weapons onto the Chezar. Chezar goes down. Proxima will be blind on radar. Rushing Chezar. Shooters getting ready to attack. There goes the Raven. And is this the APC? Right now, blue team's got the upper advantage. They've still got to face some impressive firepower, but it's all going to be about where the long time is as they surround Shooter. Demos will be able to handle Shooter by himself. Shooter will have 2 lives left. It's all about where the APC is, and it's all about where the long tom does it have protection right now. They've lost the Raven, so it has to remain visual scouting. They're slowly pushing up. Where is the long tom is the question. Phylexes is now the visual scout, trying to provide information. He's lost an arm. He's in danger of going down. He's trying to provide Proxima. This is where they're at. This is where they're at. They're sticking together, so if the long tom can get a shot off, it's a good position. You see the long tom off in the distance there. That long tom is going to need time to probably burn 2, 3, 4 shots in order to be able to do enough damage here. Proxima's trying to move back. They see the long tom. They don't know if the long tom's deployed right now or not. You see that they're Pabst and the battle armors are trying to buy them time. The BA is the APC is in a safe location. Now that they've gotten Chezar, they have more carrying assets. If they wanted to, they could pull back and call this a tie. We've been in this fight quite a while. There goes Phylexes, and it's just a matter of time now. So that only leaves the Puma and the Hewitt LPL for protection. The Hewitt only has 700 meter range. The blue team has been very patient. They've been able to stick together. They're going to utilize the battle armors now. The battle armors are going to maybe take a tag laser, go out there and say, this is where we're at, this is where they're heading, and if they can get a tag laser signal down and get it to register, Proxima could still get a pretty decent visual here as they spread out a bit, set Ivan up for maximum range. Ben and Firehound, which are still fresh, are spreading out, trying to find the long tom. Proxima's certainly been able to reposition by now. Proxima in an excellent position. Battle armor's trying to take on Ben. Ben has the upper hand here. That thing is just anti-battle armor. That partisan he's in. You gotta wonder if time's running low here. That's something that's gonna work against as we use the tag laser to give Proxima a rough idea where something's at. We're doing a good job of spreading around. Rask should not be up there right now. I'm not sure why Rask is up there. Rask is trying to get visual. Rask is just taking damage. Long time fire away. Long. Ivan picking apart at Rask. Rask is going to have to back up here. Long time's dangerous on its own. But they're starting to close the distance enough. Hewitt will be able to protect them to an extent. Hewitt can take on Firehound. Battle armor, right now, the Great Cat Wizard is their best hope, being able to say this is where they're at. This is how far that's a hit on Ivan. Ivan should be heavily damaged now. Firehound having to move back. Ben telling them if we're doing this together. They have an idea where the long tom's at now. The Great Cat Wizard down to his last life. Shooter somewhere around. Deimos trying to get up in the hill, get some shots off on the long tom maybe. That shooter. Shooter trying to get a couple of shots off, trying to tell Proxima where they're moving, where they're at. Rask and the Hewitt sitting in there. A little bit of a miss. Proxima in a very difficult position right now. Without radar cover and with the BA's limited ability to utilize their tag lasers without getting shot, especially being on their last lives, I believe. Right now, all they need to do is keep Ivan alive at long distance and keep two of their assets alive, and I think that they'll have enough carrying assets here to pull this off. Still could be anybody's fight, but right now, Proxima's got to get them into get his enemies into the web of his weave, if you will. We ogged at 6:12, haven't had any holds or anything, so the match should end at 42. They're getting pretty close. Proxima trying kind of a couple last-ditch shots here. They're really pushing on the BAs now. Again, BA's down to the last life. Proxima gets a kill. Takes out Deimos. Deimos has 2 lives remaining, I believe. They're still keeping Ivan far back. He's still got enough protection with that Hewitt and that Puma. So we go to 42. A lot of time left. 42. 82. Still plenty of time. Long time trying to get a shot off to our right, I think. Can't quite tell. I'm doing a bad job of following that, I know. Let's switch our perspective a bit. They've got the Thani, they've got the Warhammer now moving out to attack Proxima. They're getting into a position where they have lots of cover. Proxima won't be able to attack. It'll be up to the Hewitt to take on one of them. I like the Hewitt's odds. Team with the Puma against one of those heavies, but not both of the heavies. Proxima may not see them coming in, may not be able to do anything about it. Angry Eggroll needs to stay alive here to be able to detect them coming in. Ben trying to keep everybody, the 3 assets, busy here. Okay, well, that's it for Shooter. He's done. So you've got the 1 BA left. The APC's destroyed, so no more ammo. They now know that they now know where the enemy's at. Proxima's going to set his gun up to the side here potentially. They've got the firepower to do it, but they need to. Proxima would have to be able to reposition here. Proxima's just going to blind fire here. Again, he's got to take on 3 mechs plus Deimos. Deimos will be able to keep an eye on them. If they got that long tom shell to hit there, Evan would be pretty damaged at this point. They've got the 2 heavies. Ben's now firing on the long tom, and the crossfire should be enough. Let's move in, see if the Hewitt can take out see if the Hewitt can protect the long tom. The long tom's about dead. Proxima might be able to get off 1, maybe 2 more shots before he's dead. He has to make them count. Ben took a lot of damage. Hewitt backing up to protect him. Rask doing the best he can. Proxima now down, and now blue team will finish this fight off. It was a gamble, but in the end, ultimately without the Donar, I think that they just weren't able to get enough visual scouting. I think that both teams did a hell of a job here, but just a bit more patience and a bit more maneuvering by the blue team. So we'll move to map 2. And that's an expensive thing for the attackers to lose. Hewitt, Long Tom, all in one fight. But we'll see what happens. A lot of nasty stuff coming up. Be sure to watch the next battle on the Chaos March Network. This is Duelist. We thank you for watching. As the battle armor is not a carrying asset, they'll shoot it anyway. And we'll see you next time as we play late into the night on the Chaos March.